Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Wuraola, and on this channel I talk about beauty, lifestyle, hair and DIYs. Yeah. So it's been a while since I came here. I came here last 3 months ago or 2 months ago. The last time I was here was in May when I uploaded a video of the surprise we put for my friend, and that was the last time I came here. And things have changed since then up till now. So some days back I put up a question tag on my Instagram asking people to give me ideas of videos to shoot for YouTube. It's not as if I don't have things to film or ideas to film. Well, I don't, sha, or I do. But I feel like everybody has already done it, so I slightly thinking people be uninterested in that. And then I've been, you know, lazy. Let's put it that way. I've been very, very lazy. I've been, just there. I've not really been myself in the last 3 months. Yeah, so let us not start on a sad note. Let me just go straight. So I put on my IG story, I said that earlier, a question tag, and I asked people, like I told people to or I asked people to give me ideas on a bit of of YouTube videos to film. Yeah, and someone put this. There were actually just 3 people that suggested, and I'll be talking about one of I'm talking about one of the things that they told me to talk about. So I'm coming. Let me look for the topic. Yes, so I've seen it. So the person told me to talk about how last semester went. Actually, this person put it like recap of last semester slash lessons learned slash growth or journey. So I completed my third year in Covenant University some weeks back. It's been 2 weeks, yes. It made it 2 weeks today. Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So I completed my third year, and really I must say that God was really God has been faithful. But in like looking back at last semester, God was really just there for me. So I'm not going to talk about first semester, right? Because first semester was okay, it was nice, it went as I planned. It went well, everything was okay, there were no problems at all. Yeah. But second semester Omega, 300 levels second semester Omega semester was one I never planned for at all. Yeah. I planned for things to go well actually, but things did not go well. So we resumed for the new session in March. I think ending of March 27 or 28 now, I cannot remember. 27 or 28 now, I cannot remember. But we resumed ending of March. And my problems in quotes, I don't have problems just now. My problem started April. Everything went down for me in school. And being the kind of person I am, I let the whole situation weigh me down. I fell sick a lot of times. I lost mad weight. I think I've not still gained my weight back, sha. I lost weight. I had negative thoughts, a lot of negative thoughts. I had tests severally, and I don't know why I'm looking at me. And I'll not be able to read because I'm thinking of what was happening presently in my life. As at the time, yeah, I was always thinking of what was happening because I'm the kind of person that thinks a lot. So I would pause my my actual life for what already happened. Check it. So I don't want to go into details because I'm not ready to talk about what happened. Yeah, I'm not ready. But last semester was not as I planned at all. And it was very, very emotional for me. But despite everything, God came through for me. Really. So one of the things I'm going to talk about how things changed for me. So normally I'm a how would I put it now? A plenty people kind of person. When I say plenty people, I like to have a lot of people around me. Like I like to have a lot of friends and all, because I don't know, I just love to interact with a lot of people. I love like people being around. I love like when the house is full and all. So I I had I had a group of friends, and I thought that, oh, you know we're going to be together, blah blah blah, we're going to be together, everything's going to be very nice. From here, when we get to the future, we're going to get together, we are going to, marry, and we'll do our choose bridesmaid and as your big girls and blah 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 and everything. But you know this saying that 20 children don't play for 20 years. I know this saying actually. I know that it's actually true, but I did not expect it to be like that for my girls and I. And there's actually one of my friends that we fell out. You know, we just fell out last semester, and you know that kind of changed. That kind of changed everything. It changed everything. Don't worry, I'm not crying. It changed everything. Like the group that was always together and everything, there was a change. Not like the other girls also stopped interacting with each other. Not like I stopped interacting with the other girls. No, just that one person. I stopped interacting with that one person. And honestly, I don't regret. Not being friends with the person again. Right? I don't regret not being friends with the person again. I'm just disappointed that it had to happen like that, because that person was my guy and everything, but life happens actually, and 20 children actually don't play for 20 years. So our 20 friends actually don't play for 20 years. So I actually can understand that. Yes. So what else happened? I did like I think 8 departmental courses. So if you don't know, I'm an STEM management student, and our course is inexplainable or unexplainable. I don't know how to explain it, Sha. A lot of things that we do. So I did like 8 departmental courses, and they were really, really, strenuous for me. Coupled with the fact that I was going through some things, you get. So they were strenuous for me. I did some courses that I didn't understand at all, and I would just cry and all, and everything was just like kind of scattered for me. I kind of, I would not say fell out, but I felt like I was kind of distant from my classmates, kind of, because of what was happening. I would just always sit down in class and sulk and cry and all, because I was always thinking about what happened, to me at that point. So like last semester was not it. Like, to be sincere, I'm not going to try and remove God, because removing God out of my life is maybe nothing. Like, I'll be nothing. So I'm not going to remove God. But let's say that God was not there. I don't know what would have happened. You get? I don't know what would have happened. I almost lost my mind. Let me put it that way. I almost lost my mind. I spoke to a couple of people actually. They were always assure me, oh, don't worry, where it's going to be fine, blah blah blah. You're not going to you're going to come out of this victoriously, blah blah blah, and all of that. I always wanted to talk to like people. I spoke to my friends. My friends were actually very, very, helpful at that point. I would like sit down all night and cry. And there was this particular friend of mine, bless you girl, I love you, you know yourself. This particular friend of mine that would always like come to my room and sit with me and watch me till I'm done crying, and then I'm ready to go to bed, and then she would go to her room. So like my friends were actually helpful, but it felt like even with the fact that they were there for me, I was still alone. I just felt so alone. I felt so distant from everybody. I felt neglected. I felt not loved. You get, like, all the things I had been, battling with in the past came back again, and I started looking down on myself. I felt so disappointed in myself. Blah blah. Just everything was just like a lot for me. I think one of the things that made me happy at the beginning of last semester, because what I'm talking about happened at the beginning of the semester. So one of the things that kind of like lifted up my spirit at that time at the beginning was my first semester result. My result was good, and I'm thankful to God for that. Yes, I'm thankful to God for that. Exam time came. Exam came, and I fell sick. So usually when I'm sick or when anybody is sick, usually you always just want to sleep and all. But at that point I could not even sleep at all, because I knew that if I sleep or if I had slept, I will fail, and I don't want to fail. Do you get? So I remember my first course was law. Yeah, I did land law. So my first course was law, and as an STEM admin student, like, I'm not a law student, what do I know, right? It's just some of the things that the teachers in class, and some of those things if I don't really understand them like that, so I had to like read and cram and do a lot. I remember that day we went to my classmates' room, and all of us were there. We were reading and memorizing and revising and all. And I just told them that I wanted to leave, because they knew I was not feeling fine. So they were like, "Oh, don't worry, just go and sleep." But I just left there, went to cry, because I'm like, "God, what is this? I'm thinking of something I'm supposed to be thinking about. I don't understand what I'm reading. I'm not focusing. Like, everything is just scattered. And this is my first paper. What is happening? And my exam was by 2 o'clock that day. And as God will have it, really, like, that just eased my pain, because the exam went smoothly. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how, like, God was able to help me, because He's God, obviously. I can never know how. Like, God just really helped me, and like, that was like my testimony throughout my exams. Really, I put in my best actually for my courses. There were times during the exam that I would like try to read, but like what was happening would just like spring up again, and I would cry, and my friend would have to come and just sit down. And at the point, my friends, I remember one night, all of us were laughing and I just started crying, and they were like, "I know, PC, I just joking and everything." And I was really crying, and they were like, "What's the problem?" But they kind of like knew what the problem was, so they just kept quiet and all. I remember one of my friends staying with me throughout. I had an exam the following day. At times I'll just think about, are you even okay, peace? Like, you have an exam tomorrow, you are crying on top of this kind of thing. But because I cannot, neglect the fact that something is actually happening right now, something really deep is happening right now in my life, and I just let go of that one and focus. Even though I know I'm supposed to focus on the most important thing, which is my academics at that point. You get? So I would just like cry and everything. I remember that night my friend just stayed with me, and she told me just to calm down. She just said some things to me. They sent me, my friends were everything for me, really. They were everything for me. And at a point I would think, "Oh, I think I'm disturbing these people and everything." And one of them would tell me, "No, how can you even think like that? No, if we're not here for you, who's gonna be here for you?" Blah blah blah, and all of that. And I just really felt I kind of felt I was alone at the beginning, because I felt alone. But then later I'm like, "Peace, what else do you want? People are here for you." And also I just really like took all of their love and everything. Yeah, last semester also I clocked 21. Yeah, I'm small like this and I'm 21. I was so married by year. So I clocked 21 in May, and birthdays are really, really special to me. I love birthdays. I love celebrating my birthdays. I love celebrating people's birthdays and all. You get? But like, this year's birthday was not really, not like it was not interesting. It was interesting. You guys, if you've not watched the vlog on my birthday, my 21st birthday, please go and watch it. It's a video before this one. Yeah, so I did not feel my birthday. I was all hyped and everything. I paid for my clothes, did everything, did my makeup, but my sister sent me wore my hair and everything, but something felt missing. Right, something felt missing. And after my class that day, my birthday was on Monday. My classes end by 2 on Monday. So after my class that day, I just went inside to sleep, and I slept till like evening, because we usually have rehearsals in the evening around 6:50, 6:30, 6:50 sharp. So I slept till then, and I woke up, went for rehearsals. They sang for me and everything. But my birthday, my birthday. I remember my birthday. No birthday. I was grateful to God for making. Oh, I'm still grateful. I'm always grateful to God for making me see a new year and all. But I did not really feel it like that, and I will not lie about it. So last semester was sad. I will not lie. I'm not going to lie. Last semester was sad. Last semester was sad, really, and like that's like really the recap of last semester. It was just sad, and I anticipated going home like no man's business. Me that I don't usually like to go home. I wanted to go home, but there was a point in time I wanted to call my dad to come and carry me, because hello, I was tired of being in school. I was frustrated. Everything was just doing me. I was not eating. I stopped eating like 3 or 4 weeks before I came back home. When I say I stopped eating, like I stopped eating food. I'll buy food. I literally buy food. Food is 600 naira per pack in my school, so I'll buy food and just take out the meat and I throw the food away. I was not eating at all because I could not eat. People will say that when I'm angry, that's when I will eat, and me, when I'm angry, when I'm sad, I cannot eat. I'll just be crying. That's the only food I know. And I know it's bad, but like I don't know the way out of that yet. So if you know the way out of being sad and not crying, or if you know the solution to being sad and not crying, let me know in the comment section. Sorry, in downstairs in the comment section. So like that's really the recap of last semester. Describing last semester in one word, I would say last semester was sad, and it was my worst semester ever. But I'm thankful to God for standing by me through it all. I'm thankful to God for sending amazing people to me. I literally pray for something, or for God to send someone to me, as a confirmation for something. I know it does not really make sense, but it makes sense to me. And I will leave where I just finished praying, and somebody will come. Like God was really there. I really felt God. God was really there. God surprised me in my exams. My mom still she still talks about it. She will like, after everything that happened, I cannot still believe that you were able to like do your exams and everything went perfectly. Even there were some exams that I'll just finish and I'll be like, hey God, and everything. But I just decided not to be negative at all, because what was happening in my life was very negative, and I did not want to add any other negativity to it. So I just decided not to be negative and just leave everything in God's hands. And I really just trusted God, really, and I just trusted Him to do His thing. And I know that even when my result comes out like very soon, I know that I would have a testimony to share. Really, I'm just really grateful to God. Like the Bible says, in everything give thanks. Really, I had 1,000 reasons to complain and everything. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see posts or stories of me always talking about how you should count your blessings and all. I remember a service, I think 2 Sundays before we came back home, where the hymn that we sang was Count Your Blessings, Name Them One by One. And I remember singing that hymn for the first time, understanding it. I actually understood what it meant to count your blessings and name them one by one. Really, if you look at the bad things that happen in your life, like on a regular basis, and compare it to the good things that have happened, or the things that God has done for you, you would know that you actually have things to be more grateful for than things to cry about, really. So why not joy in the things that are positive than wallow in the things that are negative, right? So like, despite the fact that everything did not go as planned, despite the fact that my plan was not God's plan, I'm still grateful, right? I'm still very grateful. In one word, like I said, last semester was sad for me. And I know that some of you that might be watching this are CU students, and you've been wondering, sad okay, I used to see her smile and everything. I just had to keep up with the whole thing, because I was tired of people would always actually come and meet me. Well, are you okay? And I'm like, But I knew I was lying. I wasn't okay. I was never okay throughout the semester. You get? I was not okay at all. So like I had to just like keep up with the smiley face and the being a clown that I am and all. But deep down I was not happy at all. I was depressed. I am depressed. I am not depressed in the name of Jesus. But I'm happy, really. The joy of the Lord is my strength. Amen. Yeah, so that's the recap of last semester. Lessons learned. From the fight or the, fall apart I had with my friend, let me start with that. I've learned to understand that humans will be humans, really. And we are small gods, but we're actually not the big God, right? Humans will always make mistakes. What I like might not be what you like, and what you like will certainly not be what I like, right? And as humans, we always have our differences. We always have our ups, our downs. We always have our good and bad moments and everything. But in being human, I have learned that you should separate a person from their mistakes, right? I learned that from someone actually. Yes, I've learned that you should separate a person from their mistakes. So usually when someone offends me or when someone does something I don't like, I'll just decide I'm not talking to this person again. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm not talking to you again. Blah blah blah. Neglecting all the good that the person has done or how good the person has been to me in the past, just because of that one mistake or that one bad thing that they did. I'll just like say, okay, you are your mistake. I've either you are a bad person because you did this and everything. And like that, I have noticed that over the years, because I have had issues with people also in the past and everything, and I've seen that it is the same way I have handled the situation of fights with them, that I'm still handling it now, or that I still handled it last semester because I'm not handling it like that again. No, I need to grow, right? So that's one lesson I have learned, that I should separate the person from their mistakes. We'll always make mistakes and all, you get, but just separate the person from the mistake and know that, okay, this person, at a point, this person was actually my friend. Why was this person my friend? I saw some things in this person that made me, regard them as my friend rather. And all. And so what is making me not, want them to be my friend again is something I cannot cope with, something I've spoken to them about and they're not changing, and I know that it is going to be very, very toxic for both of us. So it's just better to like end everything and all. And despite the fact that I am ending everything, I'm also learning to forgive the person for what they did, right? Imagine if how we are always offending God and everything, and God just keeps helping us to fight everything. I'm 21 now. I know that I would have offended God 1,000 million trillion $100 zillion times. Imagine God have helped me to keep it inside one big water bottle like this, and on the day of judgment that threw me inside, I'll be lost inside of it. But God is not like that, really, and God is merciful, really. He is ever kind, and He is always, faithful and just to forgive us of all unrighteousness. And if God was actually not a forgiving Father, like, where would we be? And we as Christians, we say we are made in His image and in His likeness. So if we're made in God's image, if we're really God's children and all, so why can't we walk in His footsteps, right? So I have learned also to forgive. Forgiving is not easy actually, but it is possible, right? Forgetting also is not easy, but it is possible. It is possible to forget. It is just a thing of the mind, right? So I know that this person is really, really dear to my heart, and this person did this very painful and hurtful thing. So what do? Normally I'll just say, okay, I'm angry, I'm looking to this person again, and when it's time I forget about it, and that's it, and that's all and everything. But last semester taught me to decide to forgive. Something does not happen, or you don't do something until you decide to do that thing, right? You cannot just wake up in the morning and say, I want to have my bath. Yeah, I'm going to church, or I'm going to class, or I'm going somewhere, I'm going to market something, and I want to have my bath, and you just sleep there. Yeah, I want to have my bath, and you keep saying, yes, I'm going to have my bath, and you're just there, and you're not doing anything. The moment you decide to stand up, you have to like decide first in your mind, then take the action and stand up. Yeah. So the moment you decide to stand up and go have your bath, then you'll be able to go wherever you want to go to. So I learned from the fight I had with my friend to decide to forgive, right? Because it just really helps. I will not forget. Not like I will not forget. I can forget. I will forget. Yeah, I'll forget what happened. So me forgetting what happened is me remembering what actually happened, but it's not having like so much effect on me. When I say effect, like whenever I remember it before, I'll just be angry. How dare she talk to me like that? Blah 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 blah. How dare she? Blah blah. But now, I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, okay, no problem. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. Blah 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 and all, right? So I have learned to separate a person from their mistakes, right? And I have learned to decide to forgive and forget. Because really, what's the point of not forgiving? You're only holding yourself back, honestly. That's really. Yeah, one other thing I learned is to learn to speak up. If you know me, you know I'm an outspoken person. Like, I don't like to. Maybe when you meet me at first, I'm shy. But when you get to know me, you know I talk a lot, I'm outspoken and all of that, right? But there are times when, normally what I don't like at all. So, like, when I'm friends with you, I know there will be sometimes that you kind of step on my toes and I'll step on your toes. And it is, just sensible. It's sensible for you to tell me, guy, I don't like what you did. And, oh, I'm sorry, I did not know, blah, blah. And that's all. That's what I like too. I'll tell you, guys, I don't like this. I don't like that. And it's just respect. And it's just like love that you abide by how do I put it now? Or that you take into consideration my feelings. I don't know if you understand. It's just respect out of respect and love that, oh, my friend was not like this, let me not do it again, right? It might be difficult for me, but with time, okay, when she keeps correcting me, I know with time I will stop. So at the point when I keep correcting you and you do not stop, what do you expect me to do? You expect me to keep quiet, right? So I have learned to speak up when I don't like something, regardless of whoever it is. So whether you're my friend, I know that at times, yeah, it might be kind of difficult for us to talk to our friends. Okay, my friend did something to me, or my friend said something and I know, like, I'll just keep quiet. And when it's time, I'll keep it. When it's time, I'll not talk about it. So I'll not blow up. I'll not say everything. That will cause more damage, really. And what's the point? Like, I'm a kind of person that when you do something I don't like, I'll tell you straight. Don't sit on my bed with pants. I don't like it. So, like, I'll tell you straight. So the next time I'll come here, I'm not sitting on my bed with pants. You get? But then if you come again and you forget, and I'll look at you, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, that's fine. Do you understand? But like when you continue to do it and I continue to talk about it, to cause fights, to cause arguments, right? And I will not keep quiet. Before I would, not like I keep quiet before, but there are some things I overlook because, okay, this person is my friend. I will not do that. I will not do that again. So I've learned to speak up. I've learned to confront whatever is making me angry, really. And then just confront you, like, get out, push you to you, and just get out like that. So I've learned to do that. Well, when doing that also, I have learned to be respectful. I have not been respectful whenever I, face the things that make me angry, or whenever I speak up, I would talk and like just say hurtful things and all, and I know that that's very, very wrong. You can do it in the positive and in the negative way. In the positive way, whereby there will be no fight, there will be no strain, there will be nothing like that, and everybody will be cool. And the negative way, whereby you guys will exchange words or probably some blows, and I don't know how to fight. So one other thing I've learned is that most times our plans and our thoughts and our, desires will actually or might actually not match with God's own, right? There are times that we would have planned how well our lives will go in our own head, in our own mind. It looks so beautiful and all. But in God's mind, it's like, no, child, no, my darling, like that is not the way, right? And there are times that you just pray for something, you ask God for something, and you not receive an answer immediately or almost immediately like you'd want to. And it's not God saying yes, not God saying no, it might just be God saying wait, right? So, like, that's one thing I've also learned, that there is yes from God, there is no from God. There is God telling you to wait, there is God telling you to stop, it's God telling you to calm down, right? So I learned that last semester.